Just I'm going to give it a second, wait for people to show up in the chat. So, I want to talk about my cryptocurrency trading strategy for 2020. How I've been trading. I don't really talk about it on my channel. I try to talk about education. I guess this is education on, how I trade. So, aloha. We're just gonna give it a second, wait for people to show up in the chat. I got the joint with the hash mixed in, you know what I'm saying? We out here on the beach. I wanna talk about how I trade cryptocurrency, or what's my strategy for this year. Now I guess I'll just get into it, all right? So, I don't focus on TA. This is all personal, by the way, okay? So I'm not telling you to trade like I trade. I'm just letting you know how I trade. And maybe that can help you with your decision on how you trade. But I've been in this market for a while and I've seen a lot go on. And I've made a lot of mistakes in this market. Yes, so means I lost money. Now, I'm focused, so we want to talk about the emotional market cycles. Every market goes through pretty much the same emotional market cycles. It's just that it takes years for traditional markets to really go through all its cycles, okay? Stocks take a while, real estate, all these gold, commodities, they always have these booms and busts, but it's spread out over a long period of time. It just so happens that cryptocurrency happens to be a very frequent up and down, boom and bust, you know what I'm saying? And that's what attracts a lot of people to it, is the fast money. Now, when the money stops being fast, a lot of people kind of get out the market. And you want to play on that. You want to play on the emotional market cycle of the markets you're involved in. It's the truth, man. It's the truth. You can look at numbers all day. You can look at charts all fucking day. It's not gonna make you any money. Just looking at charts, studying charts. I know MACDs, I know Bollinger Bands, I know, different ascending wedges and different 50-day moving average, 100-day moving average. A lot of this sounds fancy. A lot of this trading shit is for show. It's for show. More people brag about trading than ever showing the proof that they ever made any money trading, or just like, in fact, so many people, I trade stocks, I trade Forex, I trade this, and it's like, I think people just tell me that just to sound like they know what they're doing. And I'm not saying they don't, and I'm not here to doubt anyone's skill level, but I notice a lot of that shit's just for talk, man. A lot of that shit's just for talk. And that's what I realized coming up in the game, is that TA doesn't guarantee you anything, okay? Yes, it could help you make better judgments, but that's all it's there for, to help you make better judgments. And at the end of the day, there's only two actions that we can really do. You can buy and you can sell. Now, humans like to complicate shit, and we like to overthink shit. We like to sound smarter than the next dude. And what you moaning for? And it's just a bunch of unnecessary noise, in my opinion. All this is my opinion. Now, if you don't follow Data Dash, I recommend you to follow Data Dash. Data Dash is the one crypto YouTuber that has kept me on point, kept me on top of my game. He's the chart dude. He's my chart dude. There's a lot of chart dudes, trust me, especially if you're on crypto Twitter. There's a lot of chart dudes, a lot of them, endless number, So I just say focus, have at least one or two traders that do with the charts, so they can kind of give you their perspective on, how to read these charts. And it's really not that hard, but we've made it so complicated. And I'm gonna also say this. There's more money made by doing nothing in the markets than actively doing something. I'm gonna say that again. And I learned the gold right there. I'm giving away the motherfucking game. You know what I'm saying? So basically what that means is you could just hold your investment and wait with it, you'll make more money in the long run than actively buying and selling, buying and selling, buying and selling, buying and selling. You know, that's generally speaking what all crypto OGs agree with. You make more money by doing nothing, hodling, you know? So hodling doesn't guarantee you anything at the same time. That's another thing to remember. A lot of people, like, I'm probably giving away too much game. Hit me up for the mentorship. But just because you buy something and hold it doesn't make you any money. You don't make anything unless you sell. You don't make anything unless you sell. But at the same time, you don't lose anything unless you sell. So that's a mind fuck for a lot of people when it comes to playing these markets. And a lot of people don't pay attention to the markets until the price is going up. Until the price is going up. That's when they want to buy in. That's when you sell off, because it is a vehicle that transfers wealth from the inpatient to the patient. I'm going to say that again. The market is a vehicle that transfers wealth from the inpatient to the patient. So people who have patience in this game long term should know and how to operate through these ups and downs. Now, like I said, every market goes through its emotional market cycles. You want to figure out what is your best judgment. Where do you feel we're at in the emotional market cycle of this market? I know it sounds crazy. Hit me up for the mentorship. I'll break all this shit down and I'll show you all shit to look at. So I do my research, man. I do my research. I spend most of my time studying, because in my opinion, I get paid to learn. Some would say I get paid to teach, but I enjoy teaching. That's the fun part. It's helping people understand complex topics that I once didn't understand. So the way I see it, because I enjoy just teaching, I just do it for free if people, but I'm smart enough to charge for it. The way I see it is I get paid to learn. The more I learn, the more I'm able to teach, the more money I'm able to make. That's the way I see it. So I study and I push through the studying. I'll talk about that later, but I don't always feel like it. And that's the truth. But I do it anyways, because I know it's best. It's what's best for me and best for my audience, because the more I learn, the more they're able to learn. And all right. So my trading strategy is I'm in the accumulation phase of the market. I'm accumulating. I've seen what these markets could do. We're at what, $270 billion market cap right now, somewhere around there on average. I've seen these markets go up to $850 billion, about the size of Facebook or Apple. Like, I've seen cryptocurrency markets reach that high. We're like a quarter of that. I am not really planning to make any trades until we're at $450 billion market cap. That's me. Why? Because I've seen the potential. I'm not worried about buying Bitcoin today and selling next month. Like, I'm worried about the overall. I want to see, like, I know it's capable, I know it's coming, and that's why I'm accumulating like a fucking mouse. I'm just collecting crumbs. I'm collecting crumbs. Bitcoin here, Bitcoin there. Few $100s worth of Bitcoin here. And I'm not tripping on selling it. I'm not tripping on trading it, because I know when I'm going to start activating the trading mentality. Right now, hold on. I just feel like walking around. So right now I'm focused on accumulating. Now, accumulating means I have to spend my USD sometimes or work for my cryptocurrency. Hold on. So that's what I'm focused on. So if you're a lot of people come impatient. They want to play these markets. They want to force their market. They want to put their intentions on the market. And that is one of the worst traps you can fall into, is trying to make the market do what you want to do. Don't ever, ever play that game, bro. You wait for the market to tell you what it's going to do. You wait to see these trends. You wait for confirmation from the market before you jump in these trades. Because the market doesn't give a fuck about you, bro. I'm going to tell you that again. The market doesn't give a fuck about you. So always remember that. A lot of people jump in this crypto game and they end up losing money and then blame it on crypto. Crypto's a scam. Crypto is like, no. You put your intention, you tried to force the market, you got impatient, you bought too soon, or you sold too late, or you bought like, people end up fucked up in this game and they try to blame it on crypto. Just remember, the market doesn't give a fuck about your feelings, okay? Remember that. It doesn't care whether you made money, it doesn't care whether you lost money. It's still gonna do whatever the fuck it's gonna do. And what is a market? It's collective consciousness. I'm dropping two game. The market is a collective consciousness. The charts you're staring at are just a visual representation of what other people feel in the market that you're involved in. All the greens candles, all the red candles, that's just a visual representation of a collective consciousness of everyone on that market. Whether that's BTC to ETH or BAT to ETH, it doesn't matter. What you're seeing is a visual representation of other people, because it's just a bunch of other people around the world staring at the computer screens. So how do you see what they're seeing? How do you try to get a grasp on what they're doing? That's why we have charts. But the charts don't really guarantee you anything. And so just remember that the markets don't give a fuck about you. Wait for the markets to tell you when to make a trade. Don't try to force a trade on the market, okay? Now, markets discover, I'm giving away too much game. I got to slow it down. But now, as far as my trading strategy, I'm accumulating. So I'm not sitting here trying to force any markets. What I'm doing is I'm staying patient and I'm accumulating. And I'm not focused on the price right now because I'm not looking to sell anytime soon, in my opinion, because I see what it can do. And I know we're not even near halfway to, you know what I'm saying, what it could do, you know? So in the meantime, I choose to spend my time wisely. Instead of day trading, instead of whatever, I choose to spend my time studying. So I shift gears. I study, wait for the market. It happens only maybe a couple times a year. Wait for the market to make a really big boom, 30, 40, 50%, or make a really big drop. Then the market tells me it's time to get in the game. It's time to start buying right now because this is a flash crash. This is a flash crash. So I stop the studying and I get back into my trader mentality for a week or so, you know what I'm saying? And then as soon as, you know, it chills, I'll chill out. And then I go back to studying. As soon as the market goes up. So I wait for the market, me personally, to tell me when to start making moves. And in the meantime, I'm building skills. In the meantime, I'm learning more about the market. I'm accumulating more cryptocurrency. I'm teaching people, I'm studying, I'm building more skills, because the more skills I build, the more money I have to invest in cryptocurrency. So I'm coming at it from both sides. So that free time I choose to study more and learn more about the market. You know, so I know that's my trading strategy for 2020 is the accumulation. I'm not looking to make really any trades until we see a significant $100 billion, $200 billion just drop on cryptocurrency. Like, whoa, this shit is crazy. Because you will see this shit rocket launch. You will see, and you will be out of the game because you either wanted the price to go too low, you weren't studying, you weren't saving, you weren't paying attention, and then you find yourself back in 2017 again trying to buy Bitcoin when it's $15,000. When this whole time, and you built no skills that whole time, that whole time, and then now you're buying Bitcoin at a high price. That's called amateur. That's not trading. That's called giving your money away to the market. That's called giving your money away to the market. Because people like me are going to be making those sells at 15,000 while people like you are buying in. It's called holding my bags. Hold my bags. Because what trading is just you're trading risk. You're trading the risk. You're trading risk. That's essentially what it is. Every time you buy something, the price of that asset can go down dramatically once you buy it. So you're trying to trade it for profit and get rid of that risk and sell that risk to someone else. That's essentially what you're doing. So you're trading risk, because a risk comes from every asset investment you buy. And you're trying to get rid of that risk at a higher rate and sell it to someone else who's trying to get rid of it at a higher rate. And really what a trade is a disagreement. A trade is a disagreement. I'm telling you, I'm dropping too much motherfucking game. A trade is a disagreement. The reason I'm selling this because I feel this is the best it's gonna get. I feel I don't think this can go any higher. I want to get rid of this. Another person is buying because they feel differently than me. They disagree with me. They think this asset can go even higher, and that's why they're purchasing from me at this price. So this disagreement of, nah, this is no longer valuable to me. This is where I feel like I can get, I'm selling it off now. I'm disagreeing about the future of this. You feel more confident about the future of that asset. That's why you're purchasing it from me. You see? So it's really deep. It's really metaphysical, and it's really psychological. And that's why I focus on my mind. That's why I focus on psychology more than I focus on TA, more than I focus on numbers, more than I focus on Bollinger Bands and the MACD and shit. Because I know this game is psychological and it's based on emotions. And you need to have a sentiment analysis of the market. All right, you know what? I'm dropping too much game. I'm gonna have to stop it there. Hit me up for the courses, hit me up for the mentorship, and the way I spit game is the way I'm gonna spit game to you, but in just much more detail, but I had to let you know my trading strategy for 2020 is to study and accumulate, because I'm not looking to make any trades anytime soon, and I have the patience, I have the skills and the patience and the bread to really do this shit when the market tells me it's time to do it. Man. All right, much love. Take care. Aloha. Peace.